Hey guys, it's me, Michelle with Lavis. Welcome to the Tupperware party. I was just working on getting all set up for you with some of my favorite things. Tonight on my actual real life dinner menu is going to be teriyaki chicken and rice bowls. So I'll wait and give it a few minutes, give some of our guests time to jump on here. And while we get dinner prepped and going in our microwave, because it is hot here in California. It's actually pretty close to 90 degrees today in Central Valley of California. I live in Exeter, California. My name is Michelle with Lavis. Oh, I just remembered, you guys, check this out. I ordered myself a little apron and I completely forgot about putting it on. I had myself this cool little apron made. So I gotta get my Tupperware Cooking with Shelly apron on. I'm Michelle with Lavis, and most people actually know me by Shelly. So I put Tupperware with Shelly on my apron. This is the first time I get to use it. So welcome to the Tupperware party. I was getting prepped and ready and set up. I figured while I get this in my stack cooker and get it in my microwave, I can show you guys some of my favorite things that well, I mean, let's face it, everything Tupperware has is practically my favorite thing. My husband will attest to that. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, I don't see any comments. Looks like we have one person on with us. Hello, welcome to the Tupperware party. If you're able to hear me okay, because I put my earbuds in, hoping that when I move over to where I have set up my favorite things and I'll just be able to turn the camera and you guys will be able to hear me. So if you can hear me okay, let me know. I don't see any comments yet. Let me see. I've got the comments up. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started at least telling you about how I'm going to cook dinner tonight. I'm going to cook dinner in my stack cooker. Since I've got this thing, I can tell you, I have literally barely turned on my stove. Between this and the Micro Pro grill, which I'll talk to you a little bit later about, I literally have not hardly turned on my stove at all. I love this thing. As I was saying just a few minutes ago, I live in Exeter, California, which is in the Central Valley of California. So if you are not from California and never been here, it is not all like Hollywood and it is not all like San Francisco. There are not beaches and palm trees everywhere or cool, shady, overcast, foggy, cool San Francisco weather. In the Central Valley, there's a lot of farming, lots of agriculture, lots of dairies, and it gets pretty warm here. So if you can save yourself from having to stand over a hot stove or go outside to grill, and who wants to bake anything in their oven at all right now in the summertime? Well, it's just about summertime here. I know for sure that I don't. So let me tell you about the stack cooker. I know this funny little thing I have is actually a cone. I baked not one, but 2 cakes last night in my microwave for my ladies' meeting last night. So this is like a bundt cake cone. I'll show you. So the stack cooker comes with several pieces. The first piece is the bottom piece. It is a 3-quart casserole. Now it comes with this cone, and you'll see there's a little circle right in the bottom. So this set kind of just hovers on it. It doesn't really like seal or stick to it, but it hovers on the bottom so you can pour a cake batter around it. You could also put a meatloaf around it. I did a meatloaf layer a couple of weeks ago, and I actually have a video of it on YouTube if you're interested in checking it out. My name is Michelle Wood Lavis. I'm pretty easy to find because my last name is pretty unique. So I have posted several links on the Facebook party, so you should be able to find them easy also if you guys want to check that out. Anyway, so it comes with a 3-quart casserole, this cone, which helps to make cakes or like I said, meatloaf, anything you want to make around monkey breads. There's so many things you guys can make in the stack cooker. Then it comes with a 1.5-quart casserole and a 1.5-quart colander. Since I have gotten this, I have not made any kind of ground beef on my stove because I can put the colander right on top of the casserole and it drains off all the fat and grease, and I don't have to worry about trying to scoop it out or drain it into a bowl with a paper towel or anything like that. It has been absolutely life-changing having the stack cooker. Probably like the best thing I've ever gotten in my life. Well, pretty close to it, I would say. at least from Tupperware. And it also comes with a lid. So it will go like that. Or when I did the cake last night, I used this as a stand, and then I put the 3-quart casserole on it. You see it's got these little notches in the top, and the bottom of the stack cooker also has these notches. So like I said, it doesn't make it stick, but you want to fit it in the little grooves here, like so. So it helps it be a little bit more stable. And then you would put it in the microwave just like that, and it lifts it up off the bottom so that the air can circulate around the microwave stack cooker. I mean, this thing has been crazy. So instead of using it as a lid, we are going to flip it upside down and use it as an additional layer for our vegetables tonight. It also comes with 2 seals. And if you're not familiar with Tupperware, that's what they call their lids. Hi, we have another guest that popped on. Hi, welcome to the Tupperware party. So it comes with these 2 seals, lids is what Tupperware calls them, seals. So you can prep this the night before you go to work, put the seal on it, stick it in the refrigerator. When you get home from work, you can put it right into your microwave, unwind while your dinner cooks, and you don't have to sit there tending to it over the stove. This thing has been a game changer for me, I'm telling you. So tonight, we are going to use the 3-quart bottom. In the bottom, we're going to make our rice. Then we are not going to need the colander, so I'm going to set that aside. No need for the colander tonight, or the cone. And we're going to use our 1.5-quart casserole, and we're going to use our lid. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my chicken prepped. One of the last things I'm going to do is put my rice in the bottom, because if I put the rice in here right now and the water, the rice is already going to start absorbing it. And we want it to cook while it's in the microwave, not prior to. We don't want to have mushy rice. We want to have just perfectly cooked rice. And I'm using minute rice. So I'm just going to set the 3-quart casserole aside over here for now. Now, I'm going to turn this over this way so you guys can see my counter and what I'm doing. So I don't need the lid just yet either, so I'm also going to set that aside. So I've got my 1.5-quart casserole. This is going to be so simple and so easy. So what I've got in this bowl is 2 chicken breasts that I just cut up probably in about 1-inch pieces. Also, I don't need to put any no-stick spray in this. It's made of a non-porous, no-stick material. So let me just put that in my sink there. So basically, the stuff that they make fighter jet glass out of is the same material that they use making the stack cooker. So it's super, super durable. And like I said, it's non-porous, so it's not going to stain. It's not going to get yucky. It's not going to melt in the microwave. You could probably stand on it if you weigh less than I do. I'm a big girl. So I have lost 22 pounds doing WW. So I'm trying to make a little healthier meals in my stack cooker. So you could probably stand on this thing, flip it upside down and stand on it, and it wouldn't break. It's pretty darn durable. So I love it. Okay, so I just want to get a spoon and kind of push the pieces around to where they're kind of flat in the stack cooker. Just like so. Now, if you didn't want to add any kind of seasoning to this at all, and just go straight for your favorite teriyaki bottle, you could put that right on. But I am going to add a few veggies to this layer. So I'm going to utilize my chef prep to dice up some onions, jalapenos, and a little bit of bell pepper. I was smart tonight, and I took a cue from Rachel Ray, and I got myself a garbage bowl. So I have my Vatsable doubling for my garbage bowl, so I don't have to keep walking back and forth to the trash can. All right, so if you didn't know it, Tupperware also sells and makes pretty great knives. So I'm just going to give this kind of a quarter third chop. I'm going to put this right in my chef prep. If you've never heard of the chef prep, this has also been a game changer for me. I used to stand here chopping onions crying, but now I don't, because I just give them a quick quarter chop, put them right into the chef prep, give it a little bit of stabilization on my counter because it's got this little base right here. Put my hand on it. It's got this pull cord, like if you were pull starting a lawnmower. The first pull is always a little bit tough because you just gotta get it going. Give it about 5 or 6 turns. You can see we've already pretty much got diced onions. If you got a few big chunks, just give it a little shake, flip it back over, and look at that. Can you guys see that? Look how diced up those are. No tears from me, hallelujah. So now I'm just gonna dice those and dump them right on. Now, because my family likes things a little bit spicy, I'm going to also add a jalapeno to mine. And I'm just kind of giving this a little bit of a rough dice too, just to fit it into my little chef prep here. I am not removing the seeds or vein from mine because my family, like I said, likes it spicy. If you don't, feel free to just cut your jalapeno in half, or whatever pepper. You could use a mild pepper, you could use a serrano, a poblano. I'm also going to add bell pepper, so you could just omit the jalapeno if you didn't want to have your spicy at all. Or like I said, just cut out very carefully the seeds and vein. That's what holds the heat in a jalapeno. So same premise here, just going to give it a little stabilization, get it going here. Give it a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. All right, anyway, I like to sing. So hey, check that out. We've got pretty well diced up jalapenos. And for this, I don't even need it like super fine diced because it's just going to give some extra flavor to my teriyaki chicken. All right, now let me do a bell pepper. If you want an easy way to get the seeds and veins out of your bell pepper, I just sliced my bell pepper, split it down. One side always breaks away from the core. And then I'll do it for this purpose, but normally if I'm not going to use the whole thing, which I'm not, I'm just going to use half, I leave the core in there and you're able to just kind of grab onto the whole thing, pull backwards, and the whole thing comes out. Check that out. All the seeds and the ribs right there. And then if you got a couple of little extra pieces, you just do that. And I'll throw this in one of my fridge smarts later and it'll stay fresh for weeks. So I'll tell you more about that later. That's part of my favorite things. Since I got those fridge mates, man, I can't tell you how much I've saved. I literally have some cilantro over there. I'm going to show you. I've had it for just about 6 weeks now, and I do have some brown pieces, some brown bits that I need to throw out now because I have had it for 6 weeks. But I wanted to see how long I could hang on to this cilantro because I use cilantro pretty often. I'm half Mexican. We make salsa just about every day, if not every other day in my house. And cilantro is a staple for us. We put it in a lot of the food that we cook. All right, so I'm just going to get that back on there again. I got to get my little octagon just right. There we go. Lock it up. Anyway, so I've had the cilantro now for about 6 weeks. And I have some bits that are brown and turn yellow. But before, I would have cilantro last maybe 3 days, maybe 5 if I put it in a cup of water. So look how quickly I just did onion, jalapeno, and bell pepper within a few minutes. Now, if you were hand dicing that, tell me, would you be able to get that done in minutes like that? No way. And you'd be crying. You probably want to wear gloves if you're doing the jalapenos so you don't touch your eyes and get to crying. Oh, man, it's miserable. All right, so I have myself some already jarred. Let me just get this out of the way and put it in my sink over here. Some jarred and diced garlic, but same premise. If you wanted to whip it up in your chef prep, you literally can do it in minutes and get a super fine dice, and it's just super impressive. You can make smoothies in that. You can make batter. It comes with a batter attachment. Forgot to tell you guys about that. It comes with a batter attachment. I've made my waffle batter, pancake batter. There's so many things that you can do with the chef prep. It's just super time saving and awesome. They sell 3 different sizes actually. If you look in the book, well, you guys don't have a book, but if you look online, you can pull it up under the kitchen tools tab. I happen to have a book here with me. See if I can find it really quick. Oh yeah, right here. So you guys can see there's 3 different sizes. The one I just used was that middle size there. So it comes with the paddle and a chopper. There's also this mini one here that's a mini chopper, and then the Power Chef system, which comes with everything and the little chef prep. You guys, you can make your own pesto. You can make baby food. There's so many things that you can add, that you can make super fast. Okay, so I don't want to add any salt to this. Normally I would always season my food from start to finish, but I don't want to add any salt because I'm using a pre-made teriyaki sauce which already has sodium in it. So I try to not to add too much sodium. Plus, I'm also going to use a little trick and take a little help from Lipton, and I'm going to use some onion soup mix. Now I know we already have onions in here, so I'm not going to have to add too much of this, but I want my food to have a good amount of flavor. If you didn't want to add this, it'd be totally fine. You could just put a little, we already have onions, so some garlic powder, salt, pepper, a few dried herbs. You know, basically everything that's in an onion soup packet you can look up online and make really quick and easy. And I will save that for later. All right, so next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to get, I don't even think that I will need all of this, and I'll save a little bit for later if my family, actually I can give that a shake really quick. I didn't shake it up. But that way if my family wants to add some more to the top of theirs, they can. All right, so now I'm just going to pour on a little bit of this really thick teriyaki sauce. Let me get a little butter knife. Give it a little bit of a poke there. Nothing ever goes just right when you're on camera, right? Always got to be a little bit of a issue there. All right, so now we got it pouring. All right, so I probably put about half the bottle maybe. Oh, just one more little zhuzh. This one's got some really delicious smelling sesame seeds in it. I can already smell that. It smells amazing. So I'll just set that aside in case my family wants to add some more. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of toss everything together. I'll show it to you here. So I just want to make sure everything is well incorporated. So if you're just joining us, we've got 2 chicken breasts cut up into about 1-inch pieces. I added in here diced up jalapeno, bell pepper, onion, a little bit of onion soup mix, some diced garlic, and some teriyaki sauce. You are more than welcome to make your own teriyaki sauce if you would like. I did not have time to do that today. I'm a busy wife, mom. I work full-time too. Plus I do Tupperware, and I take care of my dad. So now I'm going to put the stack cooker lid on top, upside down, because I'm going to get my vegetables ready. Now, tonight we are making teriyaki bowls. If you guys have ever gone out to a Japanese restaurant and had a teriyaki bowl, what normally comes in your teriyaki bowl? Broccoli, right? So I pulled my broccoli out of my refrigerator. I have it in one of my Fridge Smart small deep containers. They're pretty awesome because they come with this vent on top and a corresponding picture on the front. So you just look and see what kind of vegetable you are going to put into it, and then you move your vent. There's a little, let me see if I can get it close. Okay, so I've got broccoli in mine. Broccoli's right here. If I get it really close, you can see there's a little open circle. So on the top, there's an open circle, a half open circle, and a closed circle. So I want to slide mine over to the open circle, and that's going to help your produce last not just extra days, ladies and gentlemen, extra weeks. So I've got my broccoli right here, and there's 3 of us. My son probably does not want broccoli, but I'll make some. Actually, he really does like broccoli. So, and I'm also going to add some carrots to the top of my stack cooker. Okay, let me know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I keep trying to put good camera angles so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. If I can't, let me know. Hey, Kim, thanks for joining us. All right, so now for me, I don't like the rough stems, but you can save your stems and put them in your freezer mates. Save them for later, and down the road, you could make broccoli cheddar soup real easy. But tonight, I'm not saving it, so sorry, ladies. It's going in the trash bowl. I got my That's a Bowl here. It's my substitute trash can for tonight, so I don't have to keep going back and forth to my trash can and leaving my camera screen. All right, so I'm just kind of getting my broccoli into some pieces, cutting off the stems because we don't want to eat the stems tonight. I just want to use my broccoli crowns, basically. So pieces about this big. If you guys are following my recipe or you plan to at a later time. Again, no oil needed, no stick spray needed, nothing like that. It's saving you tons of calories by not adding any extra oil or anything like that. So, oh, by the way, I'm not re-washing these. I washed them when I bought them, and then I just let them dry on a paper towel, and then I put them into my fridge mate here. Now there's a saying, and if any of you guys know me in my personal life, you guys know that I go to church and have cleaned up my ways, so to speak. And there's a saying that goes with the Fridge Smart system that you're supposed to put them in there naked, dirty, and dry. But it is very hard for me to say that saying. I think I heard my husband chuckle in there. So you're supposed to buy your vegetables, not come home and wash them, put them in your Fridge Smart dry, and it's going to keep your produce 4 weeks. So if you remember that little saying, naked, dirty, and dry, that's how you're supposed to put it in there. But I washed mine, let them dry, and then put them in there. So I am not re-washing. Oh, you know what? Let me just chop that stem off. So, all right. So I'm going to add carrots too, so I don't want to overfill my lid. If you guys have watched any of my other demos, you know that I have a tendency to want to pack everything completely full to overflowing. The first time I tried using this, I made a mashed potatoes in the bottom. No, I did not do it that time. That time I made rice, and then I made chicken parmesan with vegetables, and in the top I did a dump cake, but I just went crazy with this dump cake and put like way too many too much cake mix, too much butter, too much pie filling, too much everything. And it was like overflowing, but it was darn tasty. All right, so now I'm gonna get a handful of carrots, and I'm also going to just kind of split them into a little bit smaller pieces. My dogs love carrots, guys. Sorry if you've watched any of my other videos, they heard the word carrot, and I've got my 2 little Frenchies right down here waiting to get a treat. But my dad told me, because he watched one of my videos, and he was like, Shelby, that's what my dad calls me, Shelby, you have got to stop feeding your dogs on camera. That just does not look professional. So, Dad, for you, I am not giving my dogs a treat right now. So, all right, you guys still with me? Because I've got to also add a little bit of water because, I'm done with chopping. So let me get rid of my knife and cutting board. The cutting boards are also available. They are in the Cheese Smart section. If you look online on the catalog, it's with the Cheese Mate. This little cutting board comes with one of those. All right, so getting my knife and cutting board out of the way, I do also want to season this. So you remember our little onion soup mix packet, which, like I said, you can look up a onion soup mix, a recipe online if you don't want to buy one of these Lipton packets, or you can just add some garlic powder, a little onion powder, a little pepper, a little bit of salt. I just want to give it a little bit of flavoring. All right, but not too much because it's got some salt in it already. Sorry, I'm taking a quick drink. Oh, these cups are also available on the website. They're fabulous. If I took my straw out, this little thing moves around. You can put it in the hole, travel with you. I love them. All right, so now I'm going to add a little bit of water because we're going to steam them. The water bottles are also available in the catalog and online. That's another cool thing about Tupperware is that they have recently, in the past few years, come out with eco-friendly stuff. So reusable water bottles, reusable kitchen towels, mop rags, dust rags, reusable straws. They're really trying to do their part to help the environment. Every time I'm doing a video, you guys, a fly comes into my kitchen. I swear. I'm so sorry about that. All right, so let's keep this moving. All right, so I had already pre-measured out 2 cups of rice. This is just minute rice, regular minute rice that you can get in the store, quick cooking rice. And I also measured out the equal amount of water. Normally, if you've seen any of my other demos, I usually add a little bit of salt. Oh, and this is my whip and mix. I'm supposed to be telling you guys. I'll leave that on my counter so I remember to tell you guys about that. Anyway, let's get this in the microwave so I can tell you about my favorite things. All right, so in the bottom layer, we have 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. In the middle layer, we have 2 chicken breasts that are diced up with our veggies and our teriyaki sauce. In the top layer, we have our broccoli and carrots with a little bit of onion soup. Actually, I should stir that up just a hair since I put that seasoning on there. Just give it a little toss. and a little bit of water to help it steam. And the rule for cooking with the stack cooker is normally if you have a newer microwave oven, you want to go about 5 minutes. You know, I think I'm going to add just a little smidge of extra water. There we go. So 5 minutes per pound of food. I have an older microwave, so I've learned a little bit from cooking in mine with my stack cooker that mine takes about 6 minutes. So I've got about a pound in the bottom with the rice and the water, at least 2 pounds with the chicken and the vegetables and the teriyaki, probably more like 2.5. And then I've probably got another pound or so of vegetables in the top. So if you add that up, you've got 1, 2, that makes 3, another 4, 4.5, 4.5, 5 pounds. 5 times 5 would be 25 minutes if you have a newer microwave. Mine is older, so I'm going to go 6 minutes. So 6 times 4 is 20. So I'm going to go ahead and put mine in for, let's see. I'm going to go for 25 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. Let me put this in here for just a second. Right into the microwave. Turning it on. 25 and hitting start. Now, I'm not going to let you guys just be bored for 25 minutes while we watch my microwave spin around and around. Let me just light that up. I'm going to turn this sideways. I've set up my kitchen table over here. Hopefully you guys can see, and I'll come closer to the camera too, with a few of my favorite things. And by few, you can see that that's a lot, and I didn't even pull out everything. But I want you to know that I really do use what I have just about daily. Now the first thing I'm going to grab, so I don't forget to tell you guys, because I already started to put it in my kitchen sink and put it away, is my whipping mix. Now this is something that's new to me. I just got this in this week, but I've already used it like 3 times making cake batters. So this thing is awesome because on the sides it's got measurements, so you can measure your ingredients. I just have basically used basic box cake mixes so far and put the ingredients in, and then this has some like little teeth there, so it fits really snugly on the base. I'm about to lose one of my earbuds there. And then on the bottom, it's got this little rubber piece too, kind of like the chef prep. So you put it down on your counter and then you have stability. And then it's got different gear settings. So one gear is more loose, second gear is more tight. You give it a spin, you can just whip it up so easily without having to pull out your big stand mixer, cleaning all those clunky parts. It's awesome. I can't wait to make whipped cream. That's the thing I want to try next time. So anyway, oh, and I forgot. It comes with this too. See, there's so many great things about it I forget. So you put it right in here. If you start with your dry ingredients, you can pour your wet ingredients and then continue mixing. Or like, let's say you were making whipped cream and you wanted to add a little bit of vanilla or almond flavoring or something like that. You could pour the extract right in there and it would pour right down in there for you. Okay, setting that down. Okay, so if you guys have any trouble hearing me, say something. Let me see what. Michelle, did you see Missy cooks this cake? Yes, I did. And good question, Missy. Sorry, let me go up. Sorry. Cooking, meatloaf, chips, okay. Trying to see. No, I don't see a question. Missy did message me though, and Missy's gonna have a party too, so I'm excited about that. And I think I got her all taken care of with her order. All right, so hopefully you guys can see everything over here, but I will bring it closer you guys so you can see. My little doggy's walking through the background. So let me bring this bad boy over. This is my Micro Pro grill. You can see on the side it is stainless steel metal, and this goes in the microwave. Metal in the microwave, you ask? Absolutely. I would have never thought it was possible to, but with Tupperware it is. You see it's got these feet on the bottom that are silicone, and it's got a top piece that's also, it's pretty heavy because it's got a grill on that side. So together, when you put them like this in the microwave, the silicone on the top and the silicone on the bottom is what keeps the microwaves from connecting to the metal and causing a fire or shorting out your microwave. It also has 2 settings. So you see this one went all the way down if I was doing fish or a chicken breast or making a grilled cheese sandwich or anything that I was actually wanting to grill, you put it in this way. And there's little arrows on the top that show you, but I tried showing them on camera before and they don't come up too easily. Or not easily, but you can't see them that well. So anyway, I also made on this the other day a lasagna, and I have also made an enchilada casserole in the casserole setting. So you see, in the casserole setting, the lid doesn't sink down into the micro pro grill, and it leaves a little bit of air holes on the side, so it allows the steam and air to escape. So it becomes like an oven, so it bakes like a casserole, and the top still heats up, so you get heat from the bottom and heat from the top. I have a Hamburger Demo that I made in here. My son made himself some hot dogs in here the other day, and he was like, this is so cool. My grandpa would love to have this. And I have not even tried all of the things that you can try doing in here yet, and I'm so excited to do the next thing. I've made breakfast potatoes in here with bacon and onions and jalapenos, and I put them in there for like 8 minutes, pulled it out, put some cheese, put them back in for 4 minutes. While they were in there, I made some eggs in my Tupperware Chef Series 2 pan. Yes, Tupperware also makes some pretty amazing non-stick cookware, and I am in the process of hopefully earning the very last step. You get to earn the entire set, and I'm super excited. So you can find this under cookware on the link for the party when you're shopping. It's completely non-stick. I cooked an egg in here and never touched a spatula, you guys. I put it on the stove, turned it on the burner, I added a little bit of, I can't believe it's not butter, just because I like that butter flavor, not because it needed it. And I cracked 2 eggs, put the lid on, and turned it off. And then when it was done, I slid the eggs right out onto my plate. And I was beyond impressed. I know you guys see those commercials on TV where they're like, oh, it's no stick, and you can slide the egg right out. And you're like, that's so cool. And you order it, and you get it home, and your egg is totally stuck to the side, and you're like, get out of the pan. And it didn't work like the commercial did. These work, and I love them. And this is the only one I have so far, but I can't wait to hopefully earn that set. And if you want to earn a set, send me a private message. I will talk to you about signing up to become a consultant and getting a whole bunch of stuff free in the Confident Start program, because Tupperware wants to set you up for success. So they want you to have the products so you can show people how to use them. And I think they want to hook you in, so you buy some more too, because everything I buy I love, or everything I earn I love, and I just keep wanting to get more and more. And my husband's like, more Tupperware? And I'm like, yes, but I'm going to make you something yummy with it. So let me show you another one of my favorites. So anyone who knows me knows I love the Crystal Wave line, because I'm an emergency dispatcher. Let me see if I can bring these closer. I'll pull out my cutting board here so I can set them down and show you. So the cool thing, I'll use one of my little soup mugs. The Crystal Wave line, there's an array of different sizes and shapes. This is a rectangle one. There's not any dividers in this one, but there is a divided one. Yep. So there's a divided round one. It comes with a little insert. So let's say you put something in here that you didn't want to heat up. You can pull that right out and then put the rest in the microwave. But the awesome thing about the Crystal Waves is if you love the vent and serve, they have the same concept. So you just pop this right open. Let me close it. Then you can pop it open. And it's going to allow the steam to come out. So let's say you work with 20 other people at your office, and you go to microwave your lunch, and you pull open the microwave, and you look inside, and you're like, who did not cover their food? There is splatters of stuff all over the place, and you don't want to get that in your food. Well, with Crystal Wave and the Vent and Serve line, you don't have to, because you don't have to take your lid off. You just pop that little vent, hit the reheat setting, doop, 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 turn it on, and then your food is warm for you, and you didn't have to get anybody else's yucky stuff from the microwave in your food. So So this is also awesome if you are meal prepping because it gives you portion control. You can see there's divided plates. So you can put your meat in this section, your veggies, your whatever your carb that you're doing, 2 veggies, whatever you want to do, you can meal prep and it gives you portion control. I know for me, if I took a piece of lasagna in this thing, I'm probably going to eat the whole lasagna. Right? I know. Big girl problems. I love my food. So another one of my favorite things is that I have to show you guys these next 2 things. Now, they make a large plate because my husband likes food just as much as I do, and he doesn't want to take a teeny tiny plate. Well, they make a large one for you, man. So it's also divided. You could see you can send your husband with a nice hearty lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever you wanted to put in this. Look at this thing. It's like bigger than my head. Look how much you guys can fit in there. And I think when you see it in the catalog or online, it just does not do it justice. You can put so much in this. You could take this to a potluck. I mean, there's a ton, like, let's say you were being like, oh, well, I'll bring some taco fixings. You could put, you know, your shredded cheese, shredded lettuce, shredded, you know, diced up onions, and you've got your fixings right there for tacos. Now, one of my other favorite things, speaking of meal prep, this is the lunch at large container. The lunch at large container comes with a fork and a knife. They have the little lock-in containers. My doggies are playing over there. Sorry, guys. They're making my other dogs bark. So they've got these lock-ins, and if you see right on top, there's these little holes. So the fork and the knife lock in place, and you're not going to lose your fork. So awesome. Also comes with a little salad dressing or topping or whatever you guys want to put in here. Salsa. I like to take taco salads a lot, so I put my salsa in here because I don't want to put it right on my lettuce and get that soggy. And if you're meal prepping, you can prep a really good sized salad in there. And you cut your dressing right on top. You've got your fork. Everything's ready to go. It's lunch on the go in an easy, convenient container. These are awesome. My husband and I got 2 because we both use them all the time. So another thing that Tupperware has is these sandwich keepers. This is pretty cool because this is the only one I have, but my husband has used it to take his sandwiches to lunch, and his coworkers even ask him about it. They're like, oh, what is that? And they're like, oh, it's a sandwich container, so my sandwich doesn't get smashed. And now they want one too because they're like, that's pretty cool, right? All right, let's see. We're down to about 13 minutes, so I want to get through all of this stuff. This is just more Crystal Wave. It comes in a variety of sizes of these round containers. Big ones, deep ones, small ones, short ones, fat ones. Wasn't there a nursery rhyme or something that went like that? All right, so another amazing line. We bring this set over. This is part of the Freezer Mates system. What's cool about these Freezer Mates, and I'll just grab the little one, they're all pretty much the same premise except for the size. So I'm just going to show you the little one because it's easiest to handle. So it's got the amazing seal that Tupperware is known for, but these containers are flexible. So like let me grab one of my Crystal Wave containers so you can see. Like this one, it doesn't have very much give. Even though it's rubber, it's a solid container. Well, these ones, you can bend them. So let's say you froze a piece of lasagna out here in this container and you want to, pop it in your microwave because your husband or wife went out of town, but they left you a lasagna to have for dinner. Well, you could just give it a little and it's going to come right out. That is amazing. Also, this special lining, I don't know if you can tell because it's not colorful, but if you guys could feel this, it's very smooth. It's also not going to stain. It's got a non-porous material too. So let's say you did put lasagna in here, it's not going to stay red when you take your lasagna out. So, whoop, whoop. I hate that. When you get a container and you put something red in it, like spaghetti or lasagna or something like that, and your container is forever red and it looks dirty, and your coworkers and friends are looking at me like, don't you wash your stuff? And you're like, I scrubbed and it's never coming out. It's the worst. Well, these freezer containers clean up beautifully. It's not gonna stain your containers. It's what's super awesome. The vent and serve line, same premise too. It's non-porous. It's not going to stain. Right now, the color they come in is blue, so you wouldn't hardly see those stains anyway. But the same premise. They don't stain. Okay, guys. Time for the game changer. And I had to actually pull these out of my refrigerator because I use every single one of them. You can see that I currently have lettuce in the large deep. In the large one on the bottom, I have my cucumbers. These other two are called small deep. I've got fresh from my garden cucumbers in one and cilantro in another. And in the very top one, I have my Roma tomatoes. Wait till you see my cilantro. Now, I know I showed you guys my broccoli earlier and told you guys about the ventilation system. There's a picture on the front of all of them that corresponds with what vent you should use. I have had this cilantro 6 weeks going on, probably 7 now. Look at that. I do have some yellowing and some browning. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Not 6 days, 6 weeks. If I had just put these in a zipper bag in the refrigerator or in a cup with some water like my grandma used to do, this, I would have had to throw it out within a week for sure. 100% for sure. But this, 6 weeks. And yes, I do have some yellow and browning, understandably. It's 6 weeks old. Cilantro. I'm beyond impressed. That's how well these work. Now, I posted a picture of some strawberries in another post, and if it hasn't popped up yet, it will be, because I scheduled it to automatically generate. That's why some of the posts have some older dates. So we have extended the party, so don't worry. You have plenty of time to order. The party is not ending tomorrow or tonight. You have lots of time. If I was asked, what product would you recommend to buy to somebody, if like an absolute must? As much as I would love to tell you everything that I own here, the one thing that I would say has saved me the most money from Tupperware are these fridge mates. I have to shh, Hank, that's my pug Hank, sorry guys. These have saved me so much money from having to throw out my fruits and vegetables. I want to buy more because I have things that I run on like, I'm out of fridge mates, I can't put anything else in them because I use them all the time. So if I was going to have an investment piece, it would be this set. Now you can actually purchase them, I believe, in this set. They're in the catalog, they're online. You can get these for, I would have to look in the catalog to tell you how much they are, but you can get an entire set or you can order them piece by piece. Another one of my favorite things, and if you watch any of my other videos, you almost always see me with the turquoise one of these. This is part of the new classics. The thing that's so amazing about the new classics, these impressions cups, they're 16 ounces, so they do hold quite a bit, but they have this seal right here, spill-proof seal. So you can put your straw in there, but until you put your straw in there, you can put water. I can actually demonstrate. Let me grab my little water bottle here, put some water in, because I want to show you how well these work. If you guys have toddlers and they want to drink out of a big kid cup like mom and dad, these are awesome. Also, if you're going on a picnic, let me just find somewhere so I can get my lid on here. Need something to stabilize it so I can put my seal down. There we go. But let's say you're going to the beach or something. You can pre-fill these cups, put the lid on, and it's not going to spill. Nothing. You guys can hear? There's water in there. Nothing is coming out. Now, the moment I put the straw in, it will become non-spill proof, but it's still only going to leak a minimal amount of liquid. But with the lid on, nothing is coming out. Moms and dads, these would have been a game changer for me if I had had these when my son was smaller, because he had a tendency to spill everything everywhere. So, also, if you're into matching your cups and bowls, they come in a set of microwavable, they call them microwavable cereal bowls, but like I have leftover taco meat in this one right now. I gotta put it back in the refrigerator. See what I mean? I really do use these products every day, whether it's for lunch or storing dinner or leftovers or freezer stuff. So they come in a pretty cool set, beautiful colors. I love the turquoise, that's my favorite. I probably use that one the most. And another part of the new classics, they have these microwavable plates. I keep wanting to lose this left earbud. Sorry guys, let me know if you guys can't hear me. So these can go in the microwave. You can take them on a camping trip. You can take them on a beach trip. They're not going to break. They're super durable. They clean up beautifully. Since I've gotten my set, I literally don't use my regular dishes anymore because it's just so easy to grab these and they clean up so well. So I'll stick that back in my dish drain. And another thing I wanted to show you guys, because they're on sale right now, I ordered a second set. So this set is still in the bag. These are going to be your set of like meal prep containers, snack cups, little salad dressing containers. It's on sale as a set right now. I know Kim did a post about it earlier. So if you have not checked it out, check it out. It is not going to be on sale much longer. I think it only goes through the end of May. I have a few of them that I pulled out just so you can see if you're meal prepping. This is going to be perfect for you because it's going to pre-measure your salad dressings for you, so you're not going to be overusing your salad dressing. See, it gives you just enough. It's 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces, and 2 ounces. Comes with a, just like all of Tupperware's products, an awesome seal, so it's not going to spill and leak on you. You're not going to have Italian or oil and vinegar dressing spilling all over your lunch bag. Then it's got these awesome, I believe they're 1 cup. I pulled these out specifically because I know for me, when I'm meal prepping, if I get it into a container, if I get my snack in this container, instead of throwing it into a zipper bag, I know exactly how much of a measurement I have, and I'm not going to overeat. As I said earlier, I've been doing Weight Watchers, and, well, I was down officially 24 pounds. And then I had cake and pasta at my ladies' meeting last night, and I gained 2 pounds back. So I'm going to have to get back on that. One of the last things I'm going to show you before we pull our food out, we've got about 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes. Tupperware also sells a pretty amazing flask. It's beautiful, it's turquoise, it's got a sparkly metal flake on it. This is going to keep your hot drinks hot for about 8 hours. And I haven't tested it out with ice because anybody that knows me knows I pretty much have coffee all the time or my water. But I've heard of people who have had ice drinks for like 24 hours. They still have ice in there. So that's pretty impressive. Okay, last and coolest thing. If you host a party right now and you earn the host credits, you have the option to get the Aloha Set. And this is pretty cool. It comes with 4, I'll come close so you can see, 4 of these travel plate / bowls. So that side turns into a bowl, this side turns into a plate. They snap together. You get 4 sets of silverware. So fork, knife, spoon. You got 4 of those, 4 of these. You get 4 beautiful 16-ounce purple cups. And you get this entire set of bowls. Now this is not free, but you have the option to purchase this. This is a host only item. So if you host a party and you have qualifying order, you can purchase the Aloha Set. This is one of 3 different sets right now that Tupperware is offering. This is exclusive. Look how awesome and big these bowls are. Let me turn sideways so you can see. All 4 of them, and they all come with that famous lid that seals from Tupperware. So I could literally go on and on and on, but I'm sure my husband's in there saying under his breath, God, I wish you wouldn't. Right? Can anybody else relate? Husbands be like, oh, come on, shut up, I'm hungry. And I've got just under a minute and a half to go. So that gives me just a little bit of time to move this stuff back out of the way so we can show you dinner. I'm so excited. I'm sure my husband's going to be excited to eat. He'll get to eat while I'm putting all this Tupperware away. If you guys have any questions about, and I'm sorry, let me see, were there any other questions? If you guys have any questions, anything I didn't talk about tonight, feel free to PM me, send me a private message. I would be more than happy to answer your questions, help you with your order. All the ordering can be done online. Tupperware has recently come online with a new computer system, so that you guys don't have to share your credit card information with your hosts anymore. So not that there were bad Tupperware hosts or anything like that, but it just saves you, you know, the worry, the safety of not having to give out your credit card information. I've always been super transparent with mine so that you guys know that I delete the credit card information right away. I don't save it on my phone or save it anywhere on my computer. Tupperware system will hang on to it. But when you're putting in your own information, you're not giving it to a consultant. You're not doing anything like that. You just, a microwave beep. So excited, you guys. Okay, so let me turn this back this way because I want you guys to see that you do not need pot holders to pull out your stack cooker. All right, oh my gosh, it smells super good. This is the first time that I have made this particular meal. Let me try to get some of this stuff out of the way so that I can angle the camera so that you guys can see the food. Okay, I have too much stuff. Can you really ever have too much Tupperware though? I don't think so. Probably not. My husband probably would beg to differ. He'd be like, yes, you can have too much Tupperware, but I don't think you can. Okay, move this back this way. And I want to make sure you guys can see. This is the first time that I have made this particular meal in the stack cooker. So we have our first layer, and this is going to be our carrots and our broccoli with a little bit of onion soup mix and just a little bit of water. Now you can see the steam coming off there. The vegetables still have their integrity. They're cooked, but they still retain some crunch, so they're not soggy. Setting that aside. Our next layer, this is going to be our teriyaki chicken layer with our vegetables and our teriyaki sauce, which we saved the rest so we can add more later or dip some on top. You guys, look at this steaming, hot, perfectly, totally cooked. You could use a thermometer if you want to make sure that it's cooked, but let me see if I could get a fork. Let's see, let me grab a fork so you guys can see this. Perfectly cooked, totally tender, steaming hot. Don't take a bite right now because it's too hot. You want to let this cool or set aside for just a minute or two. So then in our very bottom, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I wish there was smell-o-vision. So we have our steamed white rice, which I'm going to fluff up with a fork because that's what you're supposed to do when you cook white rice. So look at that, guys. Perfectly fluffy, steaming hot white rice. Teriyaki chicken. I don't know if you guys can see. Teriyaki chicken, perfectly done and cooked. Broccoli and carrots steamed, all in 25 minutes in my microwave. I did not have to stand over the stove waiting for water to boil to cook the rice, or standing over a pan stirring and flipping chicken, or getting another steamer pot out to steam my vegetables. And look at, I'm going to serve this right from these beautiful dishes. Thank you. It does look, and I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. Smells amazing. But yeah, so these are beautiful. You could carry this right to your dinner table, not have to put it in an additional pot. So I've got my 3 dishes right here that we're going to serve dinner right out of. Not having to take the pot that I cooked it in, pour it in a serving dish, carry it to the table. This is all going to serve up beautifully right from this. I cooked it in minutes in my microwave. This probably next to my fridge mates is my, well, gosh, I have so many favorites though, but this and my chef prep and my fridge mates and my micro pro grill and my spill proof cup, they're all my favorites because they're all so fantastic in their own right. So thank you guys for sticking with me, for watching this demo. I know it was 25 minutes, but look at everything that I did in 25 minutes, right? I prepped dinner, got it in the microwave, it cooked itself while I showed you guys all of these amazing products, right? So let's think, if you were at home doing this in your own kitchen, what else could you be doing? Busy wives and moms, we work all the time. Busy dads, all the time, right? So I could be throwing in a load of laundry, changing the seats on the bed. Better yet, putting on my favorite PJs, sitting down. I quit drinking. I was about to say with a glass of wine, but I recently quit drinking. I could be sitting down, watching TV, spending time with my honey while dinner cooked itself, right? Cooked itself. I am beyond impressed. Like, if you guys are impressed, this is still on sale. It's called a stack cooker. I'm pretty sure it's still on sale. I hope I'm right, because if not, it was just on sale. And if you missed the sale, I'm so sorry. But if you're watching this and you loved this, go get you a stack cooker, because this is going to change your life. You're making meals in minutes in your microwave that are healthy, delicious. I didn't add any fat to this. I didn't add any butter. I mean, sometimes I add butter to stuff just because I'm a big girl and I like my butter. I'm just going to be real about that. But I don't have to. I add butter just for the flavor, not because I have to. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about any of these products, please message me. If you want to host a party to earn some of these, let's host a party together. Let's get you some of these amazing products free or discounted. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. If not, I'm going to go serve my hungry family dinner. You guys have a blessed and amazing night, and there's plenty of time to Tupperware party. You guys have a great night.